students, blah blah blah. They just graduated from accounting for 1 year and they just got this job. So they could be kicked anytime. So I'm like, yeah, just call her for me. And she comes and I explain to her, I'm like, by the way, I came yesterday and today was the deadline, literally by 12 p.m. So if you guys have closed, if I didn't come to you guys around this time and you guys would have closed, someone else would have took that deal, and off of one information that one of the employees from here that gave me, and I don't really mind. It doesn't piss me off. It doesn't, it's not frustrating as of right now since I already got the wire and everything, but it's just for him because in case he gives it to the wrong person, that person that will like cause problems or say something, and it's good for him, like I'm not trying to say that he did something like bad or anything he probably didn't know. And she's like, yeah, he's new. At that time I didn't know he was new, but she's like, yeah, he's new, he probably just gave wrong information and I'm sorry for that and I apologize. I'm like, no worries, as long as he gets the information that he can get, so she was like, yeah, he's new, and he should say, if he didn't know, he should have said, oh, I don't know, I'm not sure, let me ask for, not just spit a random number. And I'm like, yeah, no worries, you could probably tell him, and thank you for your service and whatever and all that. And she was like apologizing like a billion times, and I'm like, damn, the apologies are
That's what
like I've
happens
not,
when you manage a lot of money with the bank.
yeah.
They kiss your feet.
Yeah, so I'm like, yeah, I swear to God, I think that's why she was
Always was
apologizing too
woman,
much.
huh?
She looked at the paper for a sec, like a good look, okay, and she knew she wasn't dealing with no fucking student that's not working or nothing, or she'll just like rocket shit. Cause I've been in that position before where I was a student and I wasn't working at all. Like I was either volunteering or co-op or whatever. So I would go to the bank and they would like, bro, they would treat you differently, bro. Like they would.
Well, yeah.
I swear to God, they would treat you so disgusting, and being in that position where they treat you a little bit better, it feels good, but it still doesn't feel good because knowing they still treat other people shitty, that are not as I guess not important, but just people who make money in general. So she looks at the paper and bro, her mood changed. Her you could see her facial expressions change. So she just starts apologizing. I'm sorry, and it won't happen again. And next time, if you have any issues, here's my card. By the way, the manager doesn't never gives out her cards. Okay, it's always the employees and the workers. So she's like, oh, here's my card. If you have any issues, you could email me. You could do whatever, blah blah blah, and we'll definitely get him this information. He should have never said this, bro. She went on for like I'd say 5 minutes, 4 minutes maybe. And you know how much 4 minutes is when somebody's talking. So she was just rambling the whole time. I'm like, yeah, no
Like
worries,
an
thank you,
hour.
blah blah blah. But yeah, bro, like, I don't know, man. Some of
Yeah, I
these
Yeah,
feel
people are
you.
just different.
I feel you.
but
Like,
that's actually
I
made me
don't.
like think. Whenever I go to the bank, teller just looks at my account. What do they think? Like, yo, this fat nigga orders too much food down here. Or
I
like, yo,
never
this
go to the
guy
bank.
spends money on some weird
Bro,
shit, dog.
when I
No
bring cash, I get
extra.
the dirtiest looks, bro, like as if like I'm a drug dealer or something. Okay? Like, I don't know. Because usually nobody like usually most jobs are online, like people get paid checks, people get paid whether it's online or in person checks or payments through like a certain company. Rarely they get paid in cash. So
Mm.
I come
Not
in
the problem.
cash and I show them. And I swear to God, these stupid people, I just remembered, these stupid people, every time, one of the reasons why I don't like going to the bank and putting cash is because you have to put a deposit slip, right? You guys know what that is. Like, they give you a deposit slip and you have to enter the amount of cash number. Like, for example, if I have 10 50s and 10 100s, I have to insert the exact amount for both papers. So you have to have already
Mm.
pre-calculated everything in your mind. So just say if it's like 15K, you have to calculate each 100s, how many 100s you have, how many 20s you have, and you have to insert the number and the value and everything. Okay? And every time it's so mixed. Okay? When I go, sometimes I have to do all that bullshit, dog. Like as if I'm being paid by the bank to do their job. Okay, and sometimes there's actually like really nice people, like for example that one Chinese lady. Okay, she's pretty experienced. It's always the new niggas that don't know what to do, or actually sometimes it's the new niggas that actually do it for you because they want to be on a good side, they don't want to cause problems. But either or, um, so some people do the whole process for you. Okay, they take the deposit slip, they count them for you, and They make sure they're like, okay, yeah, this was the numbers, this was that. They do everything. All you have to do is just do the signature. Okay, just signature, initials, whatever. And they save you a hassle, you know? So every time I go, it's like a fucking gamble every time. And sometimes I forget to count the money. I don't even count the money. I'm like, you know, they can count it. Like I know the estimated value, but I don't know
They
exactly the
have the
number.
machine, bro.
Yeah, they have the
The
machine.
Cash count.
They have. I know
What
they
the
have the
fuck?
machine. He goes and counts it, but they want you to always also count it so they don't get sued. So it's 100% guaranteed from both sides that it's the exact amount. You know. So some people don't say that. Oh, you stole however much money from me and there's no proof of it. This way you have a deposit slip that you agreed on, that you have this much money deposited or you're about to deposit. So both sides like they get this sort of agreement that you got. You know. But I have estimated value in my mind, so I'm like, okay, you know, it's probably like around 15, you know, 14,900. So they would count it and say, oh, you have, you know, $100 extra. Here you go, whatever. And by the way, like I don't know, what a stupid system. Like, and they count it the same Indian guy. They gave me the wrong information. I don't know if he can't use a fucking like money counting machine. I don't know if he. I swear to God, if I was new, I would work better than him. Okay, it might sound egotistical, but I would work better than him. Like if I had cash in my hand, it wouldn't
Bro,
take me
that
fucking
color
10
is
minutes.
not hard.
It wouldn't take me 10 minutes to count cash. Okay, it would take me 2 minutes to count fucking a pile of cash. Okay, just manually. Okay, not using an actual machine. So
Yeah.
he goes to the machine. Okay, there's sets of hundreds, sets of 50s, and like a little bit of 20s. So he goes and takes it, and it took him maybe, let's say, 2 minutes counting the 20s, okay, with the 50s, and the hundreds, I swear to God, I think he counted it like maybe 10 or 12 times over and over again. Okay, he's like, I don't know, I got like 100. Let's for example, let's say 150 hundreds, but now I have 149 hundreds. I just want to make sure what was your exact amount, blah blah. So when he counts in his stupid fucking brain, that it equals the same amount that I told him about. So it's pretty accurate, you know. So he's like, yeah, I have 149 here and 150, blah blah blah. So he just kept going back and forth. Like I'm like, bro, like you are tested and trained, and like they're not just putting you like a hooligan working here, okay?
Ron had the
They've
worst time in his life.
yeah, I swear to God, every
Like,
time,
yeah,
every
like
single
gold,
time, there
golden
should be,
bullets.
I'm not trying to sound like an idiot, but there should be a line for people who have like serious deposits or serious like I guess I don't know financials. Where if I'm talking to the person, they need to know like 5+ experience. They need to be working at this place 5+ experience to the point where they know how to work everything. You don't give me a fucking rookie that doesn't know how to do anything. I have to spend 35 minutes with him, and wallah, I could have done that whole job that he did, and I do it by the way in like less than 5 minutes. I swear to God, I've done it before on my laptop. Okay, but like I told you, the transaction limit and everything fucked it up. But all his job, I could do it in less than 5 minutes. And I give him the wire information. Oh, what's the what the fuck did they call it? Swift code. Well, what is a Swift code? Why does it show me different here? Why does it do this here? Bro, why are you asking me? Like when I do the shit, it's so much easier. I swear to God. And there are things where like Shamo said before, common sense. You know, there are things that are common sense when you're working at a job. You're like, you know which one to pick. Like if an address, for example, shows you the full address on the left side and a full address on the right side, and the difference is like a state, you know, whichever one is more pops up to you, and whichever one is more believable, you choose, you know, and then you double check, and then you call and you do whatever. This nigga, like, I'm holding his hand, I'm doing his job. Why? I don't understand. Like, it pisses me off. And by the way, I
You
don't.
know,
That's the thing.
you can wait
You
for
know,
somebody
bank
else.
teller, get that job right out of high school. Right out of high school.
What did you say,
just
Amr?
so you know, like it's
You can wait for somebody else. If
Yeah.
they tell you, oh, next person in line, just say I'm waiting for this person to finish with their customer.
Yeah,
Don't talk to them.
I'm glad you said that too. The thing is, it's like, what do they call it? Yana Sleep? Like a lottery, okay?
Yeah.
So not just that. I don't mean it just like waiting in line up and then you get the person. I'm telling you, sometimes people are different on different shifts, okay? So I'm like, please God, this new person or this person himself, that's an OG. I've seen him before, but I haven't worked with him. I always see him there, but I haven't worked with him, okay? So I'm like, please God, if that person is right, you know, just let me see if he's good. So I go, and every time it's a fucking disappointment, man. And it pisses me off. Oh, one time I argued with them too. I'm like, you know, every single time when I deposit cash, I don't do deposit slips. You guys do it for me. That's your job. Okay? And by the way, I didn't say it like that. It sounds like a slavery. But I told them the deposit slips usually I don't pay. I don't do them myself. The person does it for me. You know, like they do it out of their work. That's how they do it. I don't usually know how to do it. I act like I don't know how to do it, but I know how to do it. You know, so you could fucking do it for me. So I'm like usually they do it for me. You know, it doesn't take that long, and they know what they're doing.
It's not hard. It just writes a number on a paper.
And bro, it is hard because I don't know how many papers there are. Like if there's 170 100s, how am I supposed to know that?
He's not saying about you. He's saying about them.
Oh,
But
sorry.
if you count it,
Who are you talking to me or are you talking to the worker?
like I'm just saying, like, oh, it's not hard. Like the worker should not be complaining. It's not hard.
Bro,
Just
it's just easier. He wants you to do the work. That's
And
how
money
much.
counter.
Oh yeah, and the money counter, it's some next level machine that like only RBC has. Okay, you put the money in, and it tells you exactly how many hundreds there are. It tells you how many 50s there are. It tells you everything. Okay, and these lazy fucks, man. I don't know if they want to slow down the line, if they want to slow people down. I don't understand. It just pisses me off. But you know, the one time that I went, that same time that I went, there was this baddie that was just getting hired, and they're like having a chat behind me. They're like, you know. So you're starting next week. Oh, when are you starting? This new person, you know, Monday. Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. Blah blah blah. And oh my god. And I'm like, bro, that's snatchable. Working at RBC, easy, light work. Yeah, what could go wrong? And yeah, so that's my life. That's 0.100000000 0.00001,000 is 1% of my life. Fucking struggles, but you know, I don't think of it. You know, I just pile them up into a story for later when I'm in Rocket League, and I just fucking talk about them. But it doesn't bother me in the moment. Like it bothers me for a little bit, but I don't have anybody to talk about it too. Maybe my dad sometimes or my brother, but it's not that big of a deal. Like you know, it's nothing. You know, so I'm like okay, but it doesn't even get on my nerves. It doesn't do anything later on in the day. But when I think about it on Rocket League at 4 o'clock in the morning, like what the fuck, man, that shit triggers me.
I'm gonna suffer.
It's okay, man. Just, bro, you don't like Shabble. It's okay, man. Just drink coffee. You know when they say drink coffee? I'll say, well, yo, I have been fooled by people, time and time again. Okay.
Coffee
And
just makes me more. It makes me yawn more.
It makes me poop.
and whoever made that, like, I'll go ChatGPT right now. Can I sue ChatGPT if I go ask ChatGPT right now? I say, does coffee wake me up or like keep me awake? It'll say yes. Can I sue them for that misinformation?
No.
Because it actually
you can try to crack them from a billion different angles. All of it is covered
Well,
in
you
the
just
terms
have
and
to do
conditions.
really strong coffee.
yes,
Like
in the
Turkish
terms
coffee.
and condition. Yes. Oh, did I tell you?
No.
I swear to God, if it comes out, I'm suing Telus, bro. On my life.
What?
Like, there's no way. You remember that Wi-Fi that I told you? That's slow as shit, and then I changed back to the regular one that I have? Bro, it reminded me, I literally had, like, ultra, what do they call it? Fuck, reminiscence or something like that? Like, I remembered you. Okay? I'm like, bro, how could I be fooled like my boy Amr after he told me?
Wait, what?
Bro, I was signed to a fucking contract for 3 years.
Yeah. What do you mean? Like,
Bro, listen
so
to me.
what? So
Listen
what?
to me. Process this. I had the super fiber Wi-Fi before, right? For 1 gigabyte per second, whatever. And then their new deal shows up to tell us 1 gigabyte for like $50 or 1.5 gigabytes for $50. It comes in. It's the same one that I told you about. The Wi-Fi. It came out shitty. Okay, way like 10 times shittier than the one that I have. But mine wasn't shitty. It was just like, you know, I'm basically paying the same price for 500 megabits more. So I'm like, fine, you know, I'll get it. So I come try it out, whatever. It comes and he leaves. Okay, so after a day or so, the Wi-Fi wasn't bad. Next morning, oh my god, it's so bad. I think I told you about this. I told you it was so terrible. So then I call the old Wi-Fi that I've had for like 3 years, and then I'm like, yo, I'm canceling this Wi-Fi and whatever. It's only when you tell them you're leaving them, you're devaluing their company. They start they start saying whatever, you know, or you drop down the price from like 55 to 29. I told you about this. $29.99 for 1 gigabyte per second. Okay, So I'm like, okay, fine. So I just got this new Wi-Fi. Let me just return it, you know? Let me just call them and return it. They're $45 a month, by the way, or $55 a month. No, it's $70 a month. So, uh, so I'm like, okay, fine. So a week went past. Oh, overall, I'm thinking, I'm like, yeah, you know, $30, not so bad. I seen the change in my account and all that. So I'm like, let me call them. I called Telus, and she was like, you're in a 3-year contract, not 1 year, not 2 years, 3-year
Whoa.
contract.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
On the Wi-Fi that I want to cancel after I just changed the price to $30 from my first Wi-Fi that I actually want and need and want to have right now. And so I'm like, this is how I told her, this is how I was gonna go, okay? Oh, by the way, you think it's funny up until you hear the fee if I canceled right away.
$20 for each month that's remaining or something.
$2,600 if I were to cancel the fee.
Oh my god.
The fee. So I'm like, okay, this is how I was gonna go. First of all, I'm gonna cancel this, okay? And I'm gonna cancel this, and
You're not gonna call
by the way,
Against.
I didn't know about the fee to begin with. Okay, I just said I wanted to cancel this. Hey, can I cancel this? And then she was like, proceeded to say, oh wait, 5 minutes. Comes back 5 minutes, as if 5 minutes is gonna give me good news. 5 minutes later, fee $2,600. Okay, as if she did something like a heroic, and she was pretty new as well. So I'm like, hey, can you look more into it? Like, I can't have this Wi-Fi. And she thought I was joking, like, I can't have this Wi-Fi, like I'm a child or something, like, they could just make it better. So she's like, okay, well, I'll call you in an hour, I'll see what I could do, and I'll call you in an hour. She calls me back in an hour. The first time she did it, she had a trainer with her, okay? Okay, so second time she comes, no trainer. I'm like, I would like to cancel this Wi-Fi. Okay, and she was like, oh, well, if you cancel, you get this fee. That's when she told me about the fee, the second call. $2,600 fee. And I'm like, okay, so,
And they say it when they drops a big nuke on you like that of bad news. They say it like nonchalant. Yes, sir. So the fee would be $2,600.
yeah,
And they
so,
expect you to be like okay with it.
yeah, and you know, I told them, bro, I was full, like, I had so much information. I'm like, bro, I'm about to fuck this company, bro. So, I'm like, first of all, one thing, I swear to God, I told her this. I told her, first thing, it's impossible that I'm not canceling this. I'm gonna get this canceled. Okay? I told her there's no way out. This is exactly the words I said. I told her there's no way out that I could keep this Wi-Fi. So, for example, you can't convince me to give me a better pricing. You can't convince me to give me better speed because I have already bought, well, I didn't buy, I've already had this Wi-Fi, but I just wanted to make it more dramatic. I'm like, I've already bought a Wi-Fi with a different company contract for the building that I'm in. This building that I'm in is linked to some Wi-Fi that you guys aren't even linked to. So my building is special, it's a condo, okay? So the Wi-Fi that I'm trying to cancel, I need to cancel it. It's impossible to not cancel. And if you can't cancel it, because it's, first of all, you guys broke your contract before I broke my contract. Your contract says it's a gigabyte and a half, okay? I'm not getting a gigabyte and a half. I'm getting 100 megabits, okay?
Up to. That means you might get it.
Okay. Well, I was getting like 1/20th of that, okay? And that you guys didn't hold the end of your contract, okay? So for me, I'm trying to cancel. So that doesn't mean I'm not holding it up at the end of my contract because you guys didn't hold it up first. So it's impossible now. I said impossible so many times. It's impossible for me, and I was so aggressive with her. I'm like, it's impossible for me to not cancel this. I have to cancel. There is no way out. I'm not gonna use this Wi-Fi. You could check my history. I don't use this shit. I didn't say shit, but I'm like, I don't use this. You know? I'm like, look forward into it. There is no way. There is no way out. I'm not paying a fee. There is no way. Okay, and I thought about it. I'm like, yo, you know, I swear to God, there was a possible lawsuit that I could do about this if they actually try to. She's gonna call me back, like, I don't know, or email me in the next 2 days. If they try to do something while I'm like considering a lawsuit, because I'm not paying $2,600 first of all. Second of all, I'm not getting a gigabyte and a half. And even if they brought someone, I don't want to because they have already brought someone before and it didn't work the first time. They've told me to get adapters or whatever and it didn't work.
It never works.
No, I know it never works, but it's just an excuse for me to tell them next time for if I wanted to do something about it. So, you know, they don't say so they don't come to you and tell you, hey, did you try calling up a technician? Did you try doing this? No, I've tried everything, you know. So I've thought about it. I'm like, you know, I
Technically,
could
it's
easily,
16
wallah,
euro
I
dirhams.
could easily, you know, you could easily have a lawsuit or have a problem or file a claim or do whatever, you know. It's this
I
stupid
doubt it,
company.
because they wrap you in a circle in the contract.
Wow.
They make sure you can't sue them for anything.
Okay, anyways,
Yeah.
so
Oh, oh,
I was thinking maybe if I like talk to someone that's more professional and knows more about it. Bro, the contract says a gigabyte and a half. That's
Or
misleading. That's
you can
misleading. Even
sell
though
it
it says
down
up to, even
for
though if it says up to.
the
If I were to bring 100 people in front of me right now, people who know Wi-Fi and people who don't know Wi-Fi and people in between, 9 times out of 10, if I tell a person up to a gigabyte and a half, do they expect they're going to get 100 megabits or 50 megabits? No. They're going to get at least 300 megabits, okay? 400, half a gigabyte, okay? 3/4 of a gigabyte. That's what you're expecting. Okay, I'm not getting shit. It's even like if I were to go and load on a Rocket League game, I'm getting cut out. Bro, it reminded me of your Wi-Fi. It was cutting out. Like I would go in a game and it would kick me out. Okay, I would teleport.
yes,
So I'm like,
this is my life.
so I'm like, bro, it's not happening. It's not, and I swear to God, I could do something about it. There's no way. Okay, that's straight up misleading, and lying, and manipulating, and everything.
Yeah.
100% I could do something about it. And I wish she says something about it. Like says, oh, you can't. Bro, she was saying, you know how many times she repeated over and over, yeah, and I will contact my team, you know, and I'll tell them and I'll let them know. And I'm like, and then
13.
every time she would say something about the team, and I'm like,
Your
yes,
team
please
typing it
contact
in, yeah.
them. Please contact your team. Every time she says the team, I'm like, please contact your team and let them know again. In my words, since you're typing, because I hear her typing in the back, I'm like, since you're typing, you know, make sure you add impossible. I'm keeping this Wi-Fi. Okay, it's not possible. It's not physically possible. There's nothing you guys could do about it. I wish no, and I told her too.
Nobody
I'm
said
not.
that.
I swear to God, listen. And I wasn't being arrogant or anything, you know. I told her I came from a point of view where I'm like, I wish I could keep your Wi-Fi, but it's impossible to keep it. Why? And it's not out of
Shitty.
it's not just shitty. Okay, I told her. I kept the shitty part outside. She already knows it's shitty because I already
It's
told her
bad.
before. But I didn't. No, I told her it's bad before. Like it didn't live up to it. But I told her my main problem is why it's impossible is because the Wi-Fi itself I cannot keep because I've already signed a contract with a company that's like half your price, giving me crazy speed. Okay, and I can't cancel them. How? What is this like I either can't get a fee from here or a fee from there. I would rather get a fee from here. So I can't keep this. Like I have to cancel this Wi-Fi. There's no. It's impossible for me. Like when she hears this, when I tell her impossible, I don't think I think she was Indian. So I don't think she gets exactly what the meaning of impossible is. Okay,
Because you're
I
fucking
physically,
around.
financially, um, fucking, I don't know. Anybody at home can't. Nobody could use this because we already have a Wi-Fi. We already. So there's no. I would be paying
Yeah.
for nothing. I would be paying for nothing. Like I told her, maybe if I didn't have the first Wi-Fi that I had, maybe I would have considered you guys' offer. You guys would have probably made my Wi-Fi better. You know, maybe 100 more gigabytes better than nothing. But you know, just in general, I literally can't use this. That's why I'm calling about this. Maybe a different customer would tell you, hey, you know, you could up my speed, you could give me a discount, you could do whatever, you can escalate the situation. But in my situation, it's literally impossible. Impossible. Like niggas, something is on it. She's like, yes, you know, I'll call you back. Would you like an email or should we call you back? And I'm like, call me back, and if I don't
This
answer,
is
email me.
impossible.
If I don't call back, if I don't call me, and if I don't answer, email me. Because I know these faggots, they call you once and khalas, and then whatever fee they have or whatever they hold against you, it's through that one call that's so important that's like worth your whole life. Okay, so I'm like, if I don't answer your one call, email me. Because I know for a fact I'm gonna see an email. Okay, but if I get a call, how am I gonna reach you back? I'm gonna have to wait in a line of stupid telus for like an hour. You know, and I don't want to do that. I expect you to just send me an email about the information. So she's like, okay, fine, I'll give you news in the next 2 days. And this was like all this week, by the way. So it's just
Damn.
everything, issues with everything. I swear, if I was in another country, I wouldn't be facing issues with banking. I wouldn't be facing issues with Wi-Fi. With Wi-Fi, I swear to God, if I go to Egypt right now, I have 100 different people right now that would come to my house, do fucking Wi-Fi for free, and tell me pay later at the end of the month. Okay, and it's some crazy Wi-Fi. Okay, no, nothing, and it's like what, fucking $10 a month? Like it's crazy cheap. So and it's not as crazy cheap. Like the service itself is so like lovely, you know.
You're actually right.
But
Like,
here,
how do those third world countries have like such good Wi-Fi?
yeah, not just good, like good service, okay? Like
Yeah,
here, I
that's
have
the
problems. I have problems with regular things in my home. My thing, something that I call my home. I have regular things that I have problems with. The fucking air conditioner. They came and fixed it last week. Okay,
it
they're
stops
saying
working
it has a
two
problem.
days
By the way,
later.
this air conditioner is like it's not like a box, you know, like the full air conditioner that people
It's
keep
a
in the windows.
central AC.
It's a central AC in the building, through the walls, through the vents and
The
everything. You
vents,
could
yeah.
see it and
So
all.
like the
So
maintenance comes from the building.
yes, from the building. So we seen that you have a problem in your air conditioner, so we're gonna have to come and fix it and check it out and do whatever in this. And yeah, and out of nowhere they come. They're like, okay, we're gonna come tomorrow at whatever 10 a.m., 9 a.m. And the thing is, first of all,
The,
I don't want to wake up at 9 a.m. for your fucking dumbass for you to come in my house and check the air conditioner. That's work by itself. Okay, you're not getting paid. Okay, I'm gonna have to wake up out of fucking pity to meet these people. Okay, and just for them to come check the Wi-Fi, just to tell me, hey, I think it needs a technician. Okay, so I've had I've had last week air conditioner problem. Okay, this week I've had Wi-Fi. Okay, the bank issue. So I literally can't have no issues. Like I can't have a thing without issues. Okay, whether it's money, whether it's my fucking Wi-Fi,
Wallah, I
whether it's air
feel you.
conditioner,
Wallah, I feel you.
whether it's anything. But but now that I'm thinking about it, it's all hitting me. Like I have so many problems with it, but I just let it pass by. Like on God, like I never actually think about it until you brought it up the other day about luck and all, and it didn't strike me as luck. Like right now when I'm thinking about it, all these is not just luck. It's just terrible like people, terrible companies, to just bad people. Okay, it's not luck because it
Yeah,
happens to everybody. That's why I say it's not luck. You know, these services that
yeah,
I'm talking about, it happens to everybody. So I'm like,
yeah.
bro, so many fucking problems. The garbage, 3 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Okay, you can't
Bro,
go
the
out
rubbish
go
chute is the
you
worst.
you can't go beside the usually you go beside the elevator and go in the room and throw out the garbage, right? No, you can't throw out the garbage. The one time that I've been here for 6 years, the one time the garbage doesn't work. You can't open up the thing and it's not gonna go anywhere, and you'll get fined if you put the garbage to a thing. There's a sign that shows on the door before you enter. So what? You have to go outside the building, around the whole building, to throw away garbage. Okay? These are all
What's it
problems
all about?
that I never actually, it was never on my mind, you know. It was just surface level, you know. It's whatever, just life, you know. It's not even that big of a deal. But when you stack it up and you look at your bank statement, your life statement throughout the whole three
Yeah,
weeks,
yeah.
the 3 weeks, what the fuck is this? What is
Yeah,
this? I don't understand.
that's
See,
it.
that's
So,
why
so,
like we spend so much. We just wanna like get by these problems, you know? It's just like, bro, I deal
so,
with
so
enough
the
shit as it
God
is, man.
damn.
so the ultra reminiscing or the ultra remembering or like connecting was for what? Like, what did you remember about me? My stupid
Oh,
luck?
no, no, no. Oh, yeah, that too. But I didn't think about it as like. But I just thought about it as similar. It's like similar situations. You know, similar vibe. That both shitty situations. You know, just everything shitty. And there was another one, the Wi-Fi one. Okay, I'm like, yo, I got. Oh, it reminded me exactly of yours, the Wi-Fi one. The contract, and you can't cancel, and you got shitty Wi-Fi, and the Wi-Fi that I have is shitty as well. Same contract, same fine, same shit. Okay, I've literally looked at and then I forgot to ask him, bro. I'm actually such a fool. This is the first time that I felt so fooled. Okay, I walked into a trap, first time in my life. Okay, and I rarely make mistakes. Okay, so when I go there and I sign, I'm like a little kid, you know, just got some Wi-Fi, got somebody installed it. I didn't look at the
Some
conditions.
candy.
Yeah, I didn't look at the conditions. I didn't ask him about anything about contracts. And I told her, by the way, nobody told me about no contract. You guys are fucking lying to me. She's like, I didn't say fucking, but and I wasn't cursing, but I'm thinking like, you know. At first, when she's like, "Oh, somebody should have told you," I'm like, "You guys can go back to the operator that was talking to me. He never told me about no contract, 3 years or nothing. Otherwise, I would have never got this." Like it's known. Like if you look at my history, I've never had like a contracted thing for more than a year or a year and a half. You
Hmm.
know, like 3 years
3 years
is
is really bad
outrageous.
too.
What?
3 years is crazy.
Like at least 3 years if you're giving me a goodbye and a half, fine, whatever. I'll fucking jerk off every day. But the Wi-Fi, I connected the LAN cable, by the way, just out of pity. I connected the LAN cable just to see how much it goes. It went to like half a gigabyte, or almost a gigabyte.
Nice.
Okay, let me
Nice.
compare it to the Wi-Fi that I have right now. It's almost a gigabyte, and they're giving me a gigabyte speed with a LAN cable. So it's pretty good, you know? And I'm just thinking, and if I could think even more, I could find even more stupid problems, okay? That guy with the
Yeah.
Tom Ford, like, bro, why are you looking at my cart? What the fuck? Like, just small issues, like,
Yeah.
and
Listen,
yeah, what were you gonna say?
I have another. Oh, well, finish what you want to say, and then I'll
Okay.
say.
I hate cheap people, okay?
Yeah.
And cheap people, by the way, people get these confused. Cheap people think like, I overspend. Like I'll go to like a fancy restaurant. My friends can't go to the fancy restaurant. Therefore, they are cheap people. No, cheap people is like when they like. I mean
They
when he
can
saves like
afford
the
it. Yeah.
like Jews. Okay, Jews like. As long, we don't worry about money or like people who owe you $1 or you owe them $1 or whatever. You know they try and make a problem out of it. You know, God, I hate fucking cheap people, man. And one of them, I seen it through some guy at Costco when I was getting that cologne. You could feel like he's cheap as fuck. Okay, like Tom Ford looking over my cart
Yeah,
3 or 4 times, and it pissed me it didn't piss me off to the point where I wanted to talk to him. It was just sad. You looked at him sad. You're like, damn, there are people who live like this. Sometimes it's out of disappointment. Like it's not out of
and
how would you
see, they
say?
have money,
It's
bro.
it's a
They have money. A lot of
bro.
them have money.
Listen, yeah, they have money,
Yeah.
but what's the point?
Cause
They
they're
fucking
cheap.
get buried
Cause they're
with
so cheap.
yeah, and they lose it all at once somehow, you know,
Yeah.
from their fucking cheapness. But yeah, I told I'm looking at the guy, and sometimes you get the energy where you're like you want to say something to him, you know. But I thought about it. I didn't even have that energy. Like my mind didn't even have the energy of saying something to him. I just looked at him sad as fuck. You know, and like, yo, there are people living their life like this, like looking over stuff, you know, worrying about the certain cologne they get, or, you know, oh fuck, man, I could have got this one. Like, bro,
Yeah.
there are people worrying about certain items that they couldn't get because another nigga got it. Okay, and it's not like this guy has a Lamborghini or I have a Lamborghini and this guy looks at me, he's like, oh man, I wish I had a Lamborghini. Bro, it's the same pile, same colognes, okay, for $90 or like different colognes, you know, and as if he's just like despised, he's like mind blown, okay, and to have a reaction like that, and I'm like, if you're gonna have put all this energy into something, by the way, this might seem like a small issue that I'm talking about, but it's actually bigger than it is. It kind of tells what kind of person he is. Like, I would never want to be around a guy like that. Okay, like looking over, you know, I'm sure you guys wouldn't do that too. Like looking over some guy that has a Tom Ford. Maybe you look at him once, you're like, damn, bro, like you got lucky, you know, got this
Tom
cologne,
Ford,
whatever,
yeah,
you know.
oh,
So it's Tom Ford Black Orchid. So, I'm like, you'd be like, oh damn, bro, you got lucky with that one, you know. You wouldn't look over behind my fucking back, and I swear to God, like actually to the point I thought this nigga was gonna steal my cart. Like I swear to God, like to the point where you feel like some nigga's gonna steal it or like switch it, you know, somehow. You
yeah.
start thinking like, bro, what the fuck? So I'm thinking like these are just small. Like we're in Canada, by the way. We're in Canada, okay?
The
In
land of the free.
Costco,
So
but
good.
let me explain this to you. We're in Canada, in Costco. Costco, you need a fucking membership. You need a membership for a card that you pay yearly, okay? It doesn't mean like you're rich or anything if you have that card, but it just means like, you know, you got something. You got something, okay? You're not fucking broke, okay?
Yeah.
So, I don't understand. I don't understand.
Oh yeah.
Just,
People are so
yeah,
stupid. I swear they're
jealous.
so stupid.
I'm just trying to
Yeah,
think
I
of
was
other
gonna
shit that was
say.
pissing me off. Yeah, keep
No,
going.
let me say.
They want to be
I don't remember. I don't. Shamal, I think I told Yusuf. I don't know if I told you, but there was after. I don't remember if it was before or after that we had that conversation about the luck.
yeah.
Okay, but I have this guitar,
Oh
and
my fucking
I have this
no.
guitar. Okay, and I had to get it restrung. I guess I had to get the strings taken out and put like new strings. Are you here, Shamal?
Well,
Yo, can you hear me?
can you hear me?
Yeah, could
Yeah,
you?
yeah. Did you hear what I said?
Yeah. The
Guitar
strings
Yeah,
strings,
of the
yes.
guitars.
yeah. I just needed to get new strings. So I go there. It's like 5 p.m. and the place closes at 6. So I get there like 5:15. I go in there. I'm like, hey, like I need it restrung. Blah 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 blah. Can you do it for me? He's like, yeah. The strings are like $12, and the putting it on is like 25. I'm like,
Okay.
okay, that's like $40. So I'll do it. He's like, okay. And then the other guy comes And then he's like, oh, you could just take it to he's talking to the guy that I was talking to. So another worker comes, he's like, oh, just take it to the back, you'll get it done in like 20-25 minutes. He's like, no, we'll save it for tomorrow. I'm like, damn, like,
What?
I wish. Anyways, so I leave the guitar there, I leave. He calls me the next morning at like 9 a.m. He's like, hey, your guitar's ready. Like somebody from the store, they're like, hey, your guitar's ready to come pick it up whenever you want. I couldn't make it that day, so I go the next day. I go, and the place is not close, okay? The place is like 20-25 minutes away.
Oh shit.
So I go, I pick it up. I went with my cousin. My cousin was driving, so I took him 20 minutes away. We pick it up, and this is in the rush hour too. We pick it up, I take it home, and I'm like, okay, let me just try it. Like I want to practice with it, so let me just try it. I take it out, I start doing the thing, and it's like I tuned it. There's like an app on your phone that helps you tune it. So I tuned it, and then I'm trying to put my fingers down on like the strings, and it's hurting so much. It's hurting so much. Like my fingers are numb. I'm like, what the hell? Like it's hurting so much. I look at the guitar. This guy switched two of the strings. He put them wrong.
Oh my god.
And I was just thinking about it. I'm like, I swear to God, this shit can't be real. Like this shit can't be real. Like there's no way. And it's me.
Got it?
And it happens to me. Yeah, I took it back to him. I was like, fix it. So he fixed it. Yeah, but that's like I
Wait, he put
swear.
the strings the wrong way, you said?
Yeah, because the strings basically like let's just say from left to right, it goes from thickest to thinnest. So he did it properly, except for the last two. The last two, they're very like thin. So he messed them up. He switched them both. And I'm just
And
thinking,
that
I'm
guy
like,
does that for a while.
yeah, I'm like, oh, how long you been? The first time I went, I'm like, how long you been playing guitar for? He's like, oh, 5 years. I'm like, damn. So he knows what he's talking about.
Dude, he's not a mod,
And then
but
I
he's
go
a
back
mod.
and then I'm like, what is this like shit that only happens to me? Like I swear, there's things that only happen to me. Yeah, I just wanted to add it to the collection of experiences.
Oh my
For
god,
the
there was another
festival
one.
today,
Hold up. One more, one quick one. This one, on God, I would have caught a case, but I always remember in the back of my head. I'm not just like
Oh,
a good
Yusuf,
kid.
sorry, real quick.
hmm
Shamil doesn't know the big drop of bad luck that happened.
Oh, should
So
you?
he's no, well, I don't want to talk about it, but he doesn't know the extent of it.
Which one?
I'll
but
save it
what
for another day.
happened?
It's
The
so
wedding?
late. I can't. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So a month ago, okay, we went to a mall, and I have to speak low so the family doesn't hear. So a month ago, we had a problem. My brother was like, he had a fight with some guy at the mall, okay? And it wasn't a fight, it was like just yelling at each other, whatever, racial slurs. So then we go to the security office, me and my dad. My mom and my sister were like at the food court. So we go to the security office, and my brother was like with my mom and everything, and then we went to the security office to explain to them the situation. And they were like, and apparently my brother was like cussing out the security along with everybody, and they're like, oh, you guys are fucking going against me because I'm Arab, and you guys picked this white guy, even though he started the fight, and he was yelling at me and doing all this because I stood in the wrong way or whatever the problem was, okay. The it was escalated. So, anyways, the whole point doesn't matter about the whole fight or anything, whether it happened or not. The whole point is that when I went to security, okay, two securities. There was one fat guy, which is like tiny, but is a little bit more. He's a little bit more like the Stranger Things sheriff. You know him? Stranger Things
Yeah,
sheriff.
yeah.
Yeah. A little bit bigger though. So I go to him. He was not the supervisor. He was the regular guy. So he explained the whole story of what happened.
Are they both Indian?
No. He was a white guy. So,
Okay.
so yeah, he was actually pretty nice. So he's like, we can't show you the footage of what happened, but just know like. The fight was on both sides, and they were always they always it is illegal to show the footage. Like shut the fuck up. Um, but anyways, they were showing they were saying that they just had a I guess misinterpretation between each other, and they just kept on fighting and yelling and racial slurs. And by the way, racial slurs are a criminal offense or something like that, he said. So I'm like, Okay, I was about to say I don't give a fuck, you dumb nigga. Anyways, so I was telling him, and there was this white girl, and I swear to God, she's 5'5", and I could have held her by her neck, and mopped her, used her as my mop. I swear on my life, if there was no barrier or no rules or no laws in that second, on God, she would have been dead. My dad was beside me. Okay, my dad has broken English. Okay, so my dad was beside me. They were behind a glass. Okay, she comes out of the glass, comes to the side, and talks. She's like, "Your brother was yelling racial slurs, and that is not okay. That is a criminal offense. And he was saying crazy stuff to the security. He was saying crazy stuff to these people." And she was explaining. She was aggressive, like a dog. You know those dogs? She was an aggressive dog. Okay. And she was pretty aggressive to my dad. So my dad was like, "Oh," and she tries to play smart. You know what I'm talking about when she talks and she tries to talk smart. So if I say,
Mm,
if she,
mm.
you know what I'm
Trying to
talking?
catch on your words.
Yeah, like when you say something is not important
Which
or no,
version?
like when you say something is not important, right? Like you tell her, "Oh, I don't think I don't really care about this or that," and she misinterprets it, and she's like, "You don't think that's important?" Like something like that. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The fucking stupid.
Hammer.
Hold
Hammer.
on, my little brother is lecturing me.
Oh, okay.
I might, I might stand up right now and slap him in the face. Huh? Huh? I said I might go to sleep right now. I said I might get up and go to sleep right now.
Stand up, slap me in the face. Stand up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah, continue.
I'm like,
Not, okay.
what was I gonna say? Fuck. Yeah, she
Then
was
she
like,
was crossing the line
she
with
was
her
trying to play
dad.
smart. You know those people who play smart that hold you for every word?
4:30. What did you say, Yusuf?
You know the woman, you know people who,
4:30. No, I love you. What? Sorry, go.
you know people who try to act smart around their words. Like they hold you for every word. Like if I were to say, "Oh," she would say it's as important, and I say, "No, that's not what I meant." As soon as you say no, she would be like, "Oh, so you don't think this is important?" Something like that. You know, like you know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? They try to hold
You
you for every word.
condemned
So
Hamas?
yeah. So anyways, they try to hold you for every word and twist it and turn it and then just say the opposite. So my dad has broken English, so she's trying to argue with my dad. Okay, and I'm just trying to analyze the situation. So she's talking to my dad, and I could feel the aggression, but she hasn't like said anything yet. So
It's passive aggressive, right?
yes. And you could feel it. Like you look at her too. Like she's fucking. She just wants to like do something about it. And so my dad said, "Oh, racial slurs because it's very no my sister well my sister what the fuck the woman it's herself the security she's like racial slurs is a pretty important topic, you know, and it's a criminal offense." And he's like, and then my dad was like saying something like no, that's not what I meant or something like that. He cut out between the words, and then she's like, "Oh, so you don't think racial racism is an important topic? What do you mean by that? Blah blah blah." And I looked at her. You know what? Guess what I told her? I
What?
told her, "You're the supervisor, right? You shouldn't be acting smart around a person who isn't his English language isn't his first language, so he doesn't know much. And as you're experienced and you could see him speaking, you know he's not as good as you. So you shouldn't be acting smart around him like that. So if you want to talk to him, talk to me."
W.
So I'm like, so as soon as I said that, she fucking held her grip, and then I'm like, and when I talked to you, I felt nothing but aggression. So if you could please just let me talk to one of your workers that's better than you, okay, at talking.
Yeah.
And then she got pissed. By the way, she got pissed, and then
You
the
fat?
guy, the fat guy came out. He escalated the situation. He was like, yeah, so I'm gonna explain to you the situation. He comes out, and as I'm talking to him one on one, and I fully have my attention towards him, not towards her, and she's just on the side. As we're talking, me and him, and explaining everything, he's actually such a nice guy. He shouldn't be a worker. He should be the supervisor. Okay, he should be owning everything. That bitch doesn't. Some people who are supervisors don't deserve nothing in life. Okay, and I don't know how they got there. So I'm with the guy talking to him, and then like 2-3 minutes later, as he's explaining, she pretending like she was getting a call. Like some guy talks through the radio or the walkie-talkie, whatever it is, and then she pretends like she goes on the call and she just walks away, and I never see her again. Okay, and I stayed with the fat guy, just talking to him, and he's saying everything, and after 10 minutes, everything was cool, and I'm walking. Even when I walked out, I couldn't see her. Okay, I don't know. She disappeared off the face of the earth, off the whole place, and I told the fat guy, I'm like, you, even though you're the person that's working and you're not the supervisor, you're not the main person to be like organizing everything and be like the manager type, you are more professional than she could ever be. Okay, so it's nice, keep it up, and I like your service.
Damn.
And then I'm like, anyways, we're gonna leave anyways because I don't want to like cause any problems or with the security or anything. So we'll just go back home or something, Because usually when stuff like this happen, I don't even like to act like everything is normal. I just like either going home or going somewhere else. So
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, and then I just walk away, and then I meet with my mom, my sister, and my brother, and then they have they're already eating and everything. I'm like, okay, yeah, after you guys finish eating, let's back up and let's just go. But yeah, anyways, everywhere that you go, security, company employees, building employees, you just can't have peace on your own. You can't have your own peace, your own privacy. You can't have your own good service. You're paying taxes for what? To get shitty treatments. When you go to the hospital, and I swear to God, I think I told you about this. I think I told you about this. Remember when my brother cut his foot?
Yeah.
Yeah. My brother's foot is bleeding, leaking. Okay, and I have him in a wheelchair, and there's tape around it, and it's still leaking. Okay, it's leaking, and everybody, and I swear to God, and I don't like assuming what sickness everybody has there. Okay, so a person can just be sitting and can have cancer, right? But I assumed sometimes I assume like, this person probably has nothing. One time I heard a guy talk about like, oh, my arm hurts when I lift it up. Like, bro, you should not be going to the emergency, okay? Like next day, just go meet up with a what do they call, a family doctor or whatever, go to a family doctor, and they'll just tell you, hey, I'll send an appointment with this. Not emergency, okay? There's some stuff that are not emergency, okay? My brother's foot is leaking. That's an emergency. So I got a ticket, waited 5 minutes, 10 minutes, okay? By the way, 5 minutes and 10 minutes isn't gonna get you anywhere. It's just to get you registered and whatever. Yeah. So 10 minutes wait, not bad. I go to the woman, she's Filipino, and there were people that were they were waiting on the side, and I was asking them like, can you get? I still don't know what the condition is. He could have because it was on the top of his leg, and I'm like, it could have hit like a vein or something, which is pretty terrible. And just watching him leak like that with no help, So I'm like, is it possible that we could go in faster just for him to get registered? I don't just as fast as possible to get him to where he needs to be, or at least check his foot. And she was like, oh, you have to wait patiently to do this, to do this, to do that. Everybody's waiting patiently. I'm like, can you please look at his foot for a sec? Like, I don't know. You're looking at me. Can you please look at his foot? Do you see it leaking? Do you see what's happening to his foot? And I'm not trying to be like, I'm thinking to myself, I'm not trying to be like a Karen or anything, but at the same time, waiting a second or two, I'm not trying to wait a second or two. I'm trying to get as fast help as possible, as long as I'm not being an idiot, okay? So, can you please check? Just checks it. I was like, yeah, it looks bad. Let me get some bandages, blah blah blah, or just to hold the bleeding for a little bit until you after you register, we get you checked up. So it didn't stop, but she was able to wrap it up in a way where it wasn't leaking as much. So she got me registered, everything after 10 minutes, and then we follow the yellow line. So we were following the yellow line. Okay, went again in a wheelchair, and there was this area, and I'm like, please God, I've been to the emergency room once. Please don't let it be this room, because this room is filled with niggas. Okay? So I go to the room, follow the yellow line, and I swear to God, there was about, I'd say 22 people. I've counted 21 or 22 people in that room. And I'm like, in what world is this nigga gonna get a treatment with 22 people in front of him?
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
Okay, and I'm looking at everybody else. I don't think only maybe 2 people had castings. Okay, at what point does a person at 2 a.m. okay need to have at this time? There's no way they all have cancer at the same time. There's no way they have heart attacks at the same time. There's no way they have these certain, or I have a my knee is hurting me. Bro, what? I can't feel my knee. Like, bro, just wait till tomorrow or go to sleep or something. Like what? And then like, yeah, I don't know. You know how much we waited? I'd say
How
about
much?
2 hours. 2 hours, but in between those
Honestly,
2 hours, they got something to where like they could minimize the bleeding in that time when I was waiting with the 22 people. 2 hours, okay? So
Mhm.
we got him into the room, on top of the room, 30 minutes. Okay, this is, by the way, the fastest I've ever been in an emergency room and got out of it that I've ever had in my life. Okay, like even though I've had these
Mhm.
complications with these stupid nurses, so. We get in there, 30 minutes wait. I don't know why he's waiting in bed for 30 minutes. Like, what is this? Is it just free sleeping, free hotel room? I don't understand. So he's just sleeping on the bed,
take a nap.
and there's no chairs obviously, so I have to stand for 30 minutes. Fuck all, you know. Um, and my phone is about to die, so I'm like, what the fuck? You know, I can't go to the car. The car is pretty far. Me and Maya are just sitting there waiting. We're standing there waiting. So they come. This looks pretty bad. I think we'll wrap it up until you guys can come maybe on Wednesday. Today is Monday. Maybe on Wednesday we could do a surgery about it or get a professional doctor that's more that's a feet doctor, whatever they want to fucking call him, a feet doctor that can check out his feet and possibly do a surgery or book a surgery for him. So you after you go on Wednesday, you have to book another day for a surgery and see how it is. So I'm like, you guys can't do anything about it. Like just like stitch it or wrap it up. He's
Wrap
like,
it
well,
up.
we're like, if we stitch it and get it fixed up, we don't know what's exactly inside. Maybe a tendon is ripped or a bone is hit or where it needs to be realigned or whatever. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, bro, what is this mess? You know, like on top of all of this, I have to come on Wednesday, and it's not even the actual day. I have to come days after for the surgery. So then they're like, yeah, we could repair it. You know, just wrap it up, whatever, and make sure he doesn't step on it or stand on it or move on it. You know, we'll give him this shoe that could help him out. So Wednesday comes by. This was like I say 3 hours and 30 minutes full of waiting time, and everything is done. 3 hours and 30 minutes to 4 hours. So everything got done. Wednesday comes. We go there, wait in line like good boys, like good boys. We wait in line. Okay, I'd say we waited 1 hour in line, but this time it was much more, I guess, professional. There's no issues. Get to the doctor, and he's like, so the professional comes, okay, that gets paid probably 200K a year. He comes and checks it out, and yeah, this foot, the tendon is it looks like it's ripped, but we're gonna have to realign it, and we're gonna have to give it like a Zorro stitching, a Zorro cut, whatever the fuck that means. Okay, I thought of One Piece. I'm like, okay, and then
They actually said Zoro.
yeah, I swear to God, it's called a Zorro stitching or something. It's where like a vertical diagonal stitching on your foot, on the top of your foot. So he was like, yeah,
That's
we're gonna have to book an emergency, or we're gonna have to book a surgery for him on that date, and on a day like 2 weeks from now. 2 weeks from now. Okay, so mind you, this nigga has school. Okay, 2 weeks from now, and there was no online school. We're over the pandemic, so yeah, so we're gonna have to do a surgery 2 weeks before. I'm like, well, he's not gonna be able to do that. You guys are gonna have to like at least stitch it or do something about it. You could fucking reopen it later, maybe. I don't know, but he can't be out for 2 weeks. You know, at least stitch it right now. He'll probably feel better next week. You know, he'll be able to like just even walk on it a little bit.
so
And
incompetent. Like,
and
what
and
the
then and
fuck?
then yeah, it's called, bro. They just delay you so they can make more money. These fucking
That's
faggots.
so
Just like
crazy.
lawyers, exactly just like lawyers. Okay, lawyers make the most money out of delaying. I'll tell you, and it's some. I don't know if you guys have time, but I'll tell you more. Same thing,
I've never
similar
dealt with a
shitty
lawyer.
position. So we got it down like you guys are gonna have to stitch it up. We really can't have it open for 2 weeks, you know. And then surgery, that's he's out for a month and a half basically. Because after surgery, he said he needs to go out for like 2 weeks to 3 weeks after school. Because he's gonna be in a lot of pain. He can't do nothing. So I'm like, he's gonna have to at least stitch it up. He's like, well, if we don't realign it, blah blah blah, maybe in the future there's gonna be this. I'm like, where are you gonna have to stitch it? And we
Bro,
can't
if it
really
doesn't hurt,
have
stitch it
this issue,
yourself.
you know. So he's like, okay, well, we'll try to stitch it, but make sure you don't move it a lot so it doesn't get worse. You know, we'll give you a shoe, or you already have the shoe, and we'll give you the crutches, you know, so you can get helped out. But the crutches are $50. They're not free, you know. Um, they're $50, and the shoe is 150. Um, So, yeah, thanks for the free healthcare. Anyways, after waiting for a long time in the hassle, so yeah, they finish up, they stitch him up, and knowing that his tendon isn't like properly aligned, but it doesn't get as bad. Like it's a minor thing, but it could get worse if he doesn't take care of it or doesn't walk or steps on it wrong, you know. But we're like,
Mhm.
okay, we'll book the surgery, okay, but at least stitch him. So they stitched him and everything's done. Khalas, 3 hours of so we counted 4 hours in the first Monday, and then Wednesday 3 hours. That's 7 hours. Um, and then they booked the surgery 2 weeks after. So 2 weeks come after, but surprisingly, my brother's foot got healed. You know, it got good. He's like, I can move my toe. His toe, he couldn't been able to move his toe. That's why they said the foot might have. I forgot to tell you that. That's why it said his foot might have had a problem because he couldn't move his toe, his big toe.
Mhm.
So 2 weeks later, he could move his big toe and whatever. He was like, oh, it was fine. There was no problems with it. I think his surgery, they're gonna put me through. What is it called? Sleeping. I forgot what it's called.
Like laughing gas or something like that.
Yeah, I guess like you go to sleep. I forgot, but whatever.
Mhm.
He's like, oh, it's bad for you. On top of that, it's bad for you. They're gonna open up my leg and do all this again and be out for 3 weeks. He's like, it's fine. I'll just keep it that way. So we called them, and they were like, you know, thanks for letting us know prior because if you canceled on the day of the surgery, you would have got fined $200. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, what are these situations that I'm going into? Me myself, by the way, keep in mind this is not me. This is not me. I have to take care of things. I have to be the translator. I
Yeah.
have to interpret things. I have to look out for everybody and check out everything. Okay? This is
Yeah.
not my problem, by the way. This is my brother's problem. Okay? This is
I know.
10 hours of my time, which I don't regret. Obviously, you're going there to help him out, whatever. But it's 10 hours of
Gone.
like just gone, vanished.
Torture.
Okay? When I could have, wallah, when I could have paid them $150, $200 to do everything in 1 hour, the whole process, and I would have been fine with it. $200 minimum, at least, like 200,
Yeah, facts.
250. Because in that time, 10 hours, bro, I took some time off work. In that time, I could have made money in that time, you know?
Mm.
So I'll just pay you fuck
Yeah,
the free
I
healthcare,
agree
and
with you.
I had to pay the shoe 150, and then I have to pay the crutches $50. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. Like the
Crazy,
taxes, all
bro.
the money goes for
Well,
what?
the hospital problem is actually a serious problem.
And
Yeah,
Because
that's so
Mariana,
bad.
Mariana?
back home, it's not like
Yeah, yeah.
She works at the hospital, and this stupid bitch, she thinks some prince is gonna come. By the way, we haven't even talked about the woman's problem yet. These are just different things.
We
This
need to talk
stupid,
about it some other day, please, because I'm about to go
listen,
pass out
this
like three
stupid
that.
times.
bitch thinks some prince is gonna come to over
Holy
to her
moly.
hospital while she's working, and he's gonna get her flowers, he's gonna get her a G-Wagon, and get her whatever. I swear to God, I haven't contacted this bitch in like 2 weeks and a half, and I hope to God, like if she does reach out every time, but every time she reaches out, I either make it a dead situation or I'm not even like. Yeah, I'm about to throw up. I don't even want to talk to anybody. I don't want to even talk to her, especially. Okay? Like, the expectations are too high. I don't understand. There's so many problems. They say more money, more problems. It's not just that. It's just you living more problems. Every day that you live, there's more problems. It, like, doubles, triples.
Yeah, I feel you, buddy. Trust me. I feel you. I can't even think straight, and I fell asleep like 3 times throughout the
No.
story.
No.
But I have to go. I'm
It's
sorry.
okay. I'm going to repeat it to you tomorrow so you can get a clear view.
Tomorrow sounds good.
Read it tomorrow. We'll do it
What
in the
time do you have
morning.
to wake
We'll
up
read
again?
it
What time do you have
tomorrow.
to wake up again?
Me?
Uh-huh.
9.
Uh-huh. Bro, that's... What time is it?
Shut.
Oh, you're fine. That's a good
Sham,
4
what
hours
time
of
you have to
sleep.
wake up?
Okay.
Oh, you're
Okay.
fine. You
Enjoy.
guys are blessed.
Shut your
That's
mouth.
Amber,
I'm
you
gonna call
are.
in sick
Hold on,
nothing. Bro, and
4
100%.
that's me.
hours,
Call in
Imagine I
sick.
have to get in bed.
bro.
It's gonna be
Think
a
about it, if
good
you're
30
gonna call in
minutes till I
sick,
sleep.
if you're gonna call in sick,
You know that. I'm gonna go on my phone. I'm gonna
if
go on my phone.
I'm not touching my phone.
if bro is straight
Yeah,
up
I have to go.
dead. But if you're gonna call in sick, might as well just stay up.
Yo, I just fell asleep 3 times, I swear. At least 3 times, wallah.
She
So,
nigga, she nigga.
alright, yo.
Okay, well if you're gonna call in sick, I could possibly hop on early tomorrow. So as soon
Okay,
as you wake up,
sounds
shoot me
good.
a text. Maybe I'll wake up like later. in the day, or maybe
Well,
like
I'm
at
at
11,
work for a
12.
little bit. I need to finish this stupid task.
So from 9 a.m. to what time?
Maybe 12 or something.
Okay, you go to the hood. Yes,
And I'm
yes,
sleeping after that. That's the only reason I'm calling sick, so I could sleep.
yes.
So, but we'll see. Alright, yo.
Yeah,
No
man, like
worries.
in a long time.
Good night.